everyone, how's it going? Welcome to July 2021. We are in Cancer season, about to be Leo season, and we're going to mix things up a little bit. I'm going to be pulling some cards and giving you guys kind of a quick overview of what the month's going to look like. And I am going back to doing lives. So those are going to be on Fridays starting the 9th of July. I'm going to allow anyone that comes in as best I can to get you a free reading in that. And I'm glad you're here. Thanks for joining me. It is a general reading, so take what fits and leave the rest. I am offering a special for this month, and then join me for those lives, and then you'll get an additional special. So let's get into it, guys. All right, Taurus, interesting read you out here. So you've got your partner, not sure what to think about what's going on, or I say partner, the person that you have an interest in. It's actually a very similar reading to the Aries, and what I'm seeing here is that you've got your level of what you want and you desire in a relationship, and I think you've got your desires at a pretty high level as far as what you deserve, and I think there's a few pieces in there that maybe aren't as important, okay? I think you got into a position where you may have pieces of what you wanted, but some of the more important parts are missing. And for some of you, I think that what's important is a little off. So, for example, let's just say, looks and appearance versus material things and what this person has, okay? So you might like someone and you like, you like the appearance of the way that the life looks, or you like the appearance of maybe the toys or the goodies or the, some of those more material types of appearances. However, when it comes to the soul connection and the physical appearance and that type of stuff, I think that it's a little bit different than what you're used to, and you are in an interesting position of trying to not let pride get in your way and kind of getting out of your own way, but determining okay, this person has pieces of what I'm looking for, but I'm not going to settle for something that I don't want, and I'm not going to drag somebody along because I'm not sure what I want. That's where you just have to kind of let things flow, and then but at least be true and honest with yourself and the person that you're interested in. I'm getting the feeling like I'm talking to a group of people who are kind of in the dating scene, and I am seeing that for some of you this is not a good situation, where it's you're gonna, I don't see that there's gonna be an amazing result from this or anything like that, because I do feel like it's one of those short-lived kind of relationships, if you will, where it was maybe for some fun, but it didn't actually have like a whole stand, and it didn't have a whole lot of foundational constructs that were going to make something long term. I don't see that. So Taurus, that's not to say that every Taurus is going to have a breakup this month. What I'm trying to say here is for that group of you who are in the dating scene and you're just in it to have some fun, or whatever, I do get this feeling like this situation was meant for you to just identify a few things, to recognize some things in yourself, maybe to just appreciate it for an opportunity to grow and experience, but I wouldn't string it along if it's not meant to, if you have no intention of sticking with it for too long. And I do see that just gives you an opportunity to put your order out to the universe and to let it kind of flow in when it's meant to. So the longer that you string this along, though, if it's not something you're going to be interested in for a permanent deal, then it's going to make it harder, I think, for everybody, because the person that you're with at the moment is getting a different impression about whether or not you're going to be together, or if this is something that's going to turn into something long term. And they are definitely in a position of trying to figure that out. I mean, they're thinking a lot about what's going on. They want to know. They need some answers. Where your feelings are trying to teach you acceptance here. Oh no, it wasn't. It was your... How is it affecting the person was acceptance, and they also got acceptance for how their feelings are. So they're all over the place emotionally right now, trying to figure things out because they don't know how you feel, and they don't know if you're going to accept them or if you're not. And this is where you really have to just be straight up and be honest about your feelings for this person. It is possible that maybe you're fearing for another group of you where it actually there is a good connection, but maybe you're just scared to commit. I wouldn't necessarily run from this. I would communicate so that because I think you might be surprised on what would happen with that if you were to actually just communicate how you feel about this person. I think there would be a very positive outcome to that. So that's a tricky one there for you guys. I mean, for the Tauruses who definitely aren't interested, you know what to do. For those of you who are like, yes, but I'm scared, I would probably take a moment and meditate on that for a little while and figure out how you really feel about that person before you just shut it down. Okay, so they really have feelings for you. That's the thing. So, and I think that for some of you that might be in groups where you're in partnerships, I think that some of this might have to do with children and kind of embarking on that whole part of your relationship, and I think maybe that's been a challenge, okay, for some of you as well. So the best way you guys can handle this one is to just sit down and talk it out. Be straightforward with one another. If this isn't going to work out, then you just leave it where it is. I mean, you release the past hurt, forgive the situation, and move on. I mean, that's all you really can do. If you're not in, if this is the group where one of you wants kids and maybe the other one doesn't, it needs to all come out on the table, and everybody be straightforward with what they want so that you can at least move on from the situation in a constructive and positive way. And for those of you who are in a relationship where you're just really not interested, I mean, this is where you need to make that decision. I'm sorry, if you're the group that does want to make this happen, but you're just kind of scared of, taking on that commitment, sitting down and communicating, I think is really going to ease your mind a lot, just because you can kind of get on that same page. There's some really good outcomes that can come from that, and you get this, positive shift, you get this joy, you get this delight, you get all these really happy kind of feelings, and it's a lot of groups there. Holy moly, I hope I were able to follow that. I can barely follow that. That was a lot. But nonetheless, you come out of this with an appreciation for the experience. So that's a win-win, I suppose. But the more you can just accept the truth, accept, the reality of the situation, and kind of just go with the flow at that point, start taking action with that mentality, rather than just kind of, going with the flow mundanely. I would definitely be more consciously aware and making those decisions. And I see that you guys have some really positive stuff that happens from it. So, interesting messages. Aries and Taurus, you guys have stumped me today. Very interesting messages. Similar energies in certain ways, actually. So I hope that helps, though. Acceptance, that was the theme of this particular reading. So, and don't let your pride get in the way, all right? As we do get into July and into this Cancer season, just a couple astrological reminders. We are kind of, I heard this, the tune, I think it's Jason Aldean, it's the We're Back in the Saddle tune, kind of humming along here. I was getting ready to do your readings, and what I'm feeling is you guys are there. And with the astrological stuff going on, there's really a slowdown right now in the work and project, sectors in your life, and more focus on your family and your personal desires as well. And I'm not talking project desires, I'm talking like get out and go have some fun desires, okay? So that's going to pick up for you guys. There's like a boost in that. So I think you guys are in a good place, majority of you, when it comes to work and projects. I think you're very much in need of a break at the moment, so that's a good time for that. And overall, pay attention to your dreams. It's a good time to focus on that. It might even feel a little retrograde-y, like there's some stuff coming back into the playing field that maybe you thought was kind of done, or people or situations or conversations. So with your loved one, make sure you and your partner, or if you're single, that you are handling your business, and that you're also giving yourself some time to address those situations, even if it's just kind of a personal mental thing that pops up. Don't put it aside, address it, deal with it, and then let it go, and kind of that way you can stay in that flow. I want to give you an opportunity also to get a discounted reading and into my giveaway for a free reading and for a monthly basket. So I'll just send those to you guys. So there will be winners every week for those. I will see you guys on the 9th for the live, and I will do kind of like an announcement to let you guys know, but it'll more than likely be like in the afternoon sometime, or mid-morning, alright? But that'll be mountain time, just so you guys know. Alright, have a great month. Much love. I'll talk to you soon.